Welcome to Deep Thought. Controlling your mouth is power. I want y'all to think about this. Now, a gentleman I met years ago who was in the Nation of Islam attributed this to the Nation of Islam teachings. If anyone listens to this and you're a member of the Nation of Islam, please correct me if I'm wrong. But it was still, regardless of whether it was from the Nation of Islam or not, it's a very important thing to think about. And he said he was taught that, think about something 5 times before you speak it. Because one of the things that a lot of people don't do, they really don't control what they say. And they don't realize the power behind that. And I'm going to get more into the power of that, the power of words in the next one. But controlling your mouth is very powerful, because you don't know what effect what you say might have on people as far as how they feel. You don't have any idea what your words might create, how you might make yourself feel. Let me go on that self thing. Sometimes people speak into existence their own life. They'll say, well, everything always happens bad for me. And they might think, oh, I'm just talking. And even, some people will say, well, you telling the universe that. Now, if you're one of those people who don't believe in that, you still telling yourself that. You saying everything is always bad. You always talking negative and everything. You speaking those words. Now, if you want to get deep, you want to get into the metaphysics, that's putting out a vibration and everything. When you saying negative stuff and you putting it out against yourself. In fact, that's the meaning behind the words you cursing somebody. You're saying something. But you could also say something and you think it's innocent and it's messing it up. I remember I was talking with this, I ain't giving away too much, but a dude who was dealing with this one woman. And, they were married but ended up getting divorced. But he said it was something that she said casually that always stuck on his mind the whole time of the marriage. I ain't going to say what it was, but something she just threw out casually. And it stuck with him, and that really caused the problem. And, and I've seen that happen before. People might be around their mate, and they might just say something just totally innocent. And they're not thinking about what they're saying, They just throwing it out there. And, the excuse would be, well, I just do that. But you don't know what effect that might have on somebody. Yeah, it might be cool with you, but you don't know how. Like one of the things, like that saying, thinking 5 times before you speak. You don't know what your words can do to someone, just what you're saying. And, it's very important to control that. But not even for the effect on others. It's also very, very important for just self-control, period. Self-control. It's the 3 things that if you can have control over, you have power. I saw a quote. One it talked about, was directed towards men, but women as well, you could say, use this. Your sex drive. When I say control over it, who you having sex and everything, that's powerful. What you eat. Like when people talk about fasting, part of the thing with fasting is not so much to clean your system out, but to develop a certain discipline, because those are basics. But also what you say, what comes out of your mouth. Because yes, it can be empowering, but it could also be hurtful. And it could be hurtful to yourself. It could create a perception in someone's mind about you, But also, it has its positives and its negatives. You want to speak positively. And once again, let's bring it back around to that thing about how you're affecting yourself. A lot of people, when I look at people with low self-esteem, they speak negatively about themselves, what's going to happen in life and everything. However, whether you're a metaphysician, religious in a path, you still creating something. You creating something in yourself. You telling yourself, this is who I am. Your subconscious, or if you want to get deeper, your spirit, or totally scientific, your subconscious wants to say, oh, okay, this is what's up. This is the direction. Okay, we're going to go in that direction. And it's very powerful. It's very powerful. And I don't mean, and even lies, even in terms of lies. I was going to say something else, but then, I had to think about lies. You telling a lie, how does that affect you? How does that affect you? The words, the lies, how does that affect you? Because a lot of people are simply lying to themselves. You know? How do those words affect you? Like words, you know, I'm going to tell you what, on just so many levels. You know, there's that old saying, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Bullshit. Bullshit. You can wreck somebody's life with just the right place words. You know, you can affect their lives in so many ways. I'm going to get deeper into that in the next one. But I want you to think about that. I want you to think about how many times have you maybe lost a friendship, a mate, a job opportunity just by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. I want you to think about that. You know, how many people have gotten fired, you know, or in trouble? You know, how many people have gotten in trouble just for making a racial slur? Let me use that for an example. Someone would say something that's racially egregious to someone. And they might think, oh, I'm just joking. But that word made, you know, a simple word that they could have kept to themselves. A simple slur they could have kept to themselves. Put them out of a job. Probably might have ruined their reputation for life. We don't follow up on these people who get fired for saying the wrong thing or anything. We don't follow up. How we know what happens to them. Yeah, it's like, yeah, they fired. They said this and that when they shouldn't have said it, you know? And sometimes you do have to catch yourself. Trust me. That's something I do sometimes. There's a lot I want to say on some of these videos that I say, nah, it could like really hurt somebody if I say some things that's really on my mind. I say a lot, but not everything. Because I'm realizing, okay, my words can have an effect. You know? My words, I got to choose my words carefully. You got to have measured thought. And then also, as I said, it's a matter of control over yourself. If you can control your words, if you can control your eating habits, you can control your sex drive, it's very powerful. I want y'all to think about that, because the word is just that powerful. I want y'all to think about that. And I'm going to get into how powerful a word can be. How powerful, you know, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow about that. Peace and blessings.